This week's Parsha is Parshas Korach. In Parshas Korach, we have the story of Korach and the followers of Korach, the 250 men and others from the Jewish people who challenged Moshe's appointment, Moshe's appointment of Aaron, his brother, as the high priest. They challenged Moshe's validity, his authenticity of being the transmitter of the Torah from God. And as a result, they are punished. But initially, the Torah says that Hashem said he would destroy the entire Jewish nation as a result of the actions of Korach and his followers. And Moshe himself, when he davens to Hashem to rescind that decree, says, "Ha'ish echad yechtev al kol ha'eda tiksef." Does one man make a sin? Does one man commit a sin and deserve the punishment, and therefore the entire nation will now suffer as a result? So the question really is that why would Hashem even initially have such a thought, that he would destroy the entire Jewish nation for the acts of only a portion of the Jewish nation? This question is asked by many commentators. The Malbim says as follows: the issue and the reason why the rest of the Jewish people deserved punishment initially before the prayer by Moshe, which caused the decree to be rescinded, it wasn't that the Jewish people participated with Korach in his complaint against Moshe. It's not that they joined in with him when he complained and told Moshe that he was guilty of nepotism. It's that they, as they watched what happened, when they experienced what occurred, they were just onlookers. They didn't say anything. Their leader Moshe was being attacked. His validity as a leader was being attacked. His trustworthiness and his reliability was being attacked, and they did not defend Moshe. And for that reason, the Malbim says they deserved annihilation. Because, and this is such an important idea, we are only protected by our leaders' merits, what we call schus avos, or schus manhigim, the schus that we have, the merit that we have because of who we follow, if we are faithful followers. At the moment that they did not defend Moshe's honor, they were severing their connection from Moshe. And by omission, just by not having that on their back, having that protection, they now deserved annihilation. Moshe's protection was so potent that once they severed themselves by not defending his honor, defending his validity, they now deserved annihilation. Moshe's response was that the Jewish people, despite not defending his honor, still had inside of them that faith and trust in him, that confidence in Moshe Rabbeinu. They may have had a momentarily faltered, but they still had that trust and confidence in Moshe. So for that reason, the Jewish people initially, Hashem said, I'm going to destroy them all because they had severed their connection with Moshe and no longer deserved to be called within his group, within his protected group. They lost his schus, his merit, and therefore they deserved annihilation. And once Moshe davens to Hashem, and just remember, davens to Hashem for the people who did not defend his honor, and that's Moshe, then Hashem says, I understand the people have within their midst somewhere to trust and have confidence in their leader. And just parenthetically, this is where the language that we sing on Simchas Torah comes from. Moshe emes v'soirasei emes. Moshe is true and his Torah is true, meaning Moshe is a true transmitter. He has the authenticity, and he was the true receiver of the Torah and giver of the Torah to the Jewish people, because the exact opposite was the complaint at the time of Korach, that they said that he was not emes and his Torah was not emes. Quick question on this week's Parsha. 250 men, followers of Korach, say that they will bring fire pans, just like the high priest does. And not only do they fail, but the fire comes down from the heavens, and instead of consuming what is in the fire pans, it consumes them themselves, and they die. After this occurs, Hashem says to Moshe, you have to keep those fire pans intact because they are holy. The question is very simple. Why would they be holy if what they were utilized for was a sinful act? The fire pans were an illegal act of service, and therefore these 250 men were punished. And for some reason, those fire pans themselves are now holy. Have a great Shabbos.